Folks around the United States send us actual news clippings from legitimate papers, not goofy tabloids or anything like that. These are people that are actually trying to put an ad or something together that makes sense. This one's kind of interesting. This is from what is it? What paper is this? I don't know. But anyway, get a shot of this ad. Okay, it's a Daytona Beach vacation for two, 7 days and 2 nights. Oh, boy. What a dream vacation, huh? Well, you're going to be drinking a lot of coffee on the beach on that one. I don't even understand this one. What is this? Outlaw shrubbery questioned. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that means. Maybe it's tied in with this one. Sex with weeds a danger for genetic engineering. Oh. There's a joke about crabgrass in there, but I'm not even going to touch it. No. We have a standard on this show to maintain. Animal unit seeks rabbit witnesses. I have no idea. Is that a religious organization? Is this one? This is so stupid. Getting it right, it says. Cross-country runners' names misspelled. I think it says, there's an ad for, oh, here's a real deal. Boy, you want to run down to you. Here's a 2-mantle propane lantern. Value $17.99. Now only $17.97, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. But I gotta cross out. They left this woman's phone number in this one here. Hang on. Look at this ad. I have the nerve of these people. They must need jobs in this town. See this ad? Need babysitter at my home. Bring your own lunch. Bring your own dinner. Stay until I get home. Be there at 6:15 a.m. until whenever, and no overtime pay. And I'll bet the kids are real well behaved too. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how bad a day you ever had at work, but it can't be any worse than this guy's. Boy, you think you had a tough day. Worker at zoo falls headfirst into pit of elephant manure. Here you go. Shout this one here. 86-year-old school guard posts perfect record. I guess that's the most recent picture we have of this woman. Oh, here's one right out of the government files here. Sound of that. Building burns to ground following safety inspection. Boy, you talk about a slow news day. Woman not injured by cookie. Look at this. This one's real stupid. This is from the Press Journal. Looks like Indiana, something county. It doesn't say. Dukakis aides optimistic despite polls. Because if you can keep your head when all about you are losing. And of course, around Thanksgiving, you always have these kind of retaliation things here. Oh, terrible. Turkey accused of torturing prisoners. I know we have any senior citizens in our audience tonight. You might want to take advantage of this. This is from South and West Los Angeles County. Can you get a shot of this? Free for qualified senior citizens and person with low income spray-neuter service. Well, you might want to get Grandma and Grandpa down there right away. Now this one, I don't understand this one. I saw this one. It's an ad that was in the paper. It's like a sex thing here. It says, Become Orgasmic, a sexual and personal growth program for women. There's a picture of Jimmy Carter there. Now, oh, here's one from Tennessee, the Tennessean in Nashville. Now, I think you're more likely to see this one in Nashville than you probably would in, let's say, Minneapolis. There you go. Police seek man known as Bubba. Oh, here's one for the duh file. Liquor sales dip blamed on less drinking. Duh. All right, now, you know, here's what's good. I think when a criminal can step forward and admit he makes a mistake. This is from the Bridgeport Post. Man admits killing violated probation. Okay. You make a couple of mistakes. Look at this one. This is the Topeka Capital Journal in Kansas. It's out of it. It said, heading for the National. Can you see the headline? Get a close shot. The Jefferson County 4-H meat judging team. There they are. There they are practicing in the market, ladies and gentlemen. There's another one where the caption or the story really doesn't fit the picture, or maybe it does. I kind of feel sorry for this woman here. Give you a shot of this. RCMP looking for more big bus. Hey, welcome to the club, pal. Here's another one where the picture doesn't match the headline. O'Connor's operation goes well. Here's one. Oh, it says great for the holidays. Look what the Colonel's got for the kids. It's a 3-pound bucket of bullets. Just the thing for the holiday season, huh? Now here's typical. This is kind of the typical thing that this is a small town paper. You get a shot of that? Perfect attendance. Several members of the Heartland Lions Club received awards for 100% attendance. Absent from the photos are... Boy, if I was Nancy Reagan, I'd be real mad at this one. You get a shot here from the San Antonio Light. Witches offer sweeping 89 predictions. Oh, boy. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, boy. Don't want to stand too close to Grandpa. Look at this one. Study predicts number of elderly to explode in 50 years. Oh, here's the real deal. Petland is now selling alive puppies and kittens. Yeah, I guess the dead ones were moving pretty slow there. Yeah, no market. And last but not least, now this is my favorite of the day. This is from the El Reno Daily Tribune. It's so stupid. Shot of that there. Muslim extremists renew threats against hostages. Apparently my favorite isn't necessarily the funniest one. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with Joan Collins. My first guest is a superstar and the author of this novel, Prime Time, which jumped to the number 8 on the bestseller list. I think she's great. I really like this lady. Please welcome Joan Collins.
First time.
That's right.
Isn't that nice?
And you look great.
Thank you. So do you. You have beautiful eyes.
Well, thanks.
I was just noticing I was in the room back there, and you have really blue eyes.
Well, gosh. You know, my high school reunion's coming up.
Is it really?
Thank you. You know, I need somebody to go with me.
No,
I'm
take
teasing.
your wife.
No, I'm teasing.
High school, my God.
Huh?
I never graduated.
You never did graduate?
No, I never did. I just left school and went out into the school of hard knocks right away.
Ooh.
Yes.
Now, what age did you leave school?
15.
15, really?
Mm-hmm, yes. I wasn't very good at any of my subjects except writing,
Yeah.
which has actually held me in good stead, and so I went to dramatic school
Ah.
straight away and went there for 2 years.
I would have thought you could have persuaded some of the teachers to perhaps give you better marks.
We had female teachers, Joe.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Tough break.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you about this. Now, this, I'm just...
Have you read
I
it?
love all the names that you have here. Rosalind Lamas.
Yeah, well, she's Mexican.
Oh, I see.
It's a Mexican name.
Emerald Barrymore. Now, this is about... I haven't read the book here, so...
You haven't read it?
Well, no, I
I gave you a copy. How long ago?
No, I didn't. I saw you at
I
that
know you've
party,
been
and I
busy.
didn't get a copy. There were, I think...
didn't?
No, I think Joan Van Ark took 11 copies. She took everybody's
Isn't
book.
that to Knots Landing?
No, but I didn't. But it's about...
Well,
It's all about what?
it's all about Hollywood. It's about television. It's about 5 actresses who are vying for the lead role in a primetime television soap opera series. And their rivalry and their lusts and loves and hates
Their
and
lusts
despairs.
and loves, hates and despair. Now, let me...
That's just part of it.
Is
Then there
any
are
of
other
this
things.
autobiographical, would you say?
Well, I would say that there's a little touch of autobiography in all of it, because I've been told by lots of writers when I was writing this, and I spoke to lots of people that I know, that when I was writing the character of Chloe Carriere,
Chloe? It's a great name. It's a great name. It's a great name.
I thought it was good. Yes, that she came out a lot more like me than I'd really expected to.
Yeah.
And it's as though she sort of wrote herself. And so I talked to several writers that I know, several novelists, and I said, why is this? And they said, well, on your first novel, it usually happens that one of the characters ends up coming out very much like yourself. And if you look at most people's first novel, they are quite autobiographical. But obviously there are other people in there that are not autobiographical. There are certain people that are based on certain people.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not telling you
Well, we
who.
can be-
You've got to read it now.
We can be pretty sure there are no Berthas in this book.
Well, there is. There's a Brenda. There's a,
Brenda.
a Daphne. There's all kinds of ordinary names like John and Dick.
Right.
What is all that about?
I have no... We have a very immature crowd.
Good.
They didn't understand any of the monologue.
I didn't understand some of those things that you were bringing up. I want to know, can't this show afford to have the original copy of those clips that you have from the newspapers?
Oh, no, see, what we do is that they take the clips and we have to put them on a backboard, which they glue on there, and then they have to reduce it. And
Oh, I see.
I don't know. It's
all
a
right.
union
It's just
thing.
I was
you
being
know.
practical.
Yeah. It's to go through various chains of command. Now, in this book, now, obviously, these women do all kinds of just...
Well, there are men in it, too.
Well, there are men to do all kinds...
Basically, the story about prime time is really an inside look at television, because there have been lots of novels written about Hollywood, but there has not been too many written about television, and certainly not anybody has written anything in which they have been sort of a leading light in television for some years. And so when we were making Dynasty, when Dynasty was the #1 hit show, I found the whole thing so interesting and so fascinating and so exciting that I started to make notes about what was going on. And as I'm writing this, I think, gosh, you know, I'd really like to read about all of this that goes on. So I started writing, and all of a sudden it just, like Topsy, grew. And eventually I had a book, and my ambition was that people would really like the book and that it would become a hit and a bestseller and all that.
Well, it
which
is a
did.
bestseller.
Is this wood?
It is wood.
Good.
Well, it's not
Well,
on
it has
Formica.
done that.
You're in Hollywood, babes. It's as close to wood as you're going to get.
Oh.
We'll be right back after this
Marvel.
message.
Yeah. Anything I said that. I don't think maybe I did.
Well,
I was just privileged of changing my mind.
well, I only mentioned it because you said, we were talking a minute during the commercial there, and you said in a Playboy interview a while back that you thought TV and movie stars were perhaps not the most intelligent people in the world.
I think that was something that was based on the way that people used to perceive them 20 or 30.
Not the most intelligent people in the world.
I think that was something that was based on the way that people used to perceive them 20 or 30 or 40 years ago, particularly at the beginning with when they had the non-talking films, silent movies. And then they were just chosen for their looks. And then that went on for a while, and then around the sort of the 60s, when they started to make more serious films, then they started to get more serious actors. Now I think that most actors, many actors, particularly in films, are extremely intelligent.
Well, film's probably. Film's a little different than...
Yeah, but the thing is, if you believe your own publicity, which some television actors and actresses do, then you are dumb.
Well, yeah, that's the worst, you know. Because you hire people to write nice stuff about you. The more money you make, the more you can afford to hire better people. And then you realize, I don't need this guy. You fire him because he's written such good stuff. Did you... See, it's like...
Well, the whole thing is that you mustn't believe the good, and you mustn't believe the bad, because there's a little bit of everything. I mean, I don't believe anything that's written about me. My God, if I did, I would have slit my wrists long ago. Because they do tend to make up a great deal of stuff that isn't true. I mean, obviously you have to fill your newspapers, your gossip columns with something, and people, actors and actresses, we're just normal people.
Oh, I know.
You know that.
Well, my favorite thing is that they always say things that people never say. I can't believe we're so much in love.
Oh, yeah.
Now, no one actually says that.
They don't?
Don't they?
You've never said that?
No,
Not even to
actually,
your wife?
Have I said to my wife, I can't believe we're so much in love? No.
Not like that.
No. Well, that's what I said, exactly.
No, you say, I can't believe we're so much in love. You have to sort of make the love kind of flow a bit.
I'll make
Give
the
it a
love
little bit
flow
of a cadence here.
Hang on a minute, make the love.
I'll give you some line readings.
Boy, if you could help me after this show, it would be great.
It would be a pleasure. Yes, I'll go to your high school reunion.
Oh, that would be fun.
Massachusetts?
That's
I've
right.
never been to
In
Massachusetts.
Andover, Massachusetts. Now, let me
Obviously, some people here from there.
Oh, sure. You also have a perfume coming out now? Is this?
Yes, I have a perfume coming out next year. It's being launched in the spring at Bloomingdale's, and but we don't have a title yet. We don't have a name for a perfume because it's very hard to get a name because there's so many names that are already taken for all kinds of things.
What would be a good name? What would you want it to?
Well, Kitty Litter?
Kitty Litter?
No, joke. I don't know. I quite like the name Sensual or Sensuous. I think that's rather good.
That would be a great name for you.
He's terrible. He's really bad. You
That
can't.
would be a great name.
It would.
Oh, yeah, because
I dare you to show it to them.
Huh?
I dare you to show it to them. He dared. Chicken.
No, you have to. Well, you have to put it in the.
All right, change the B to an H.
You have to put it. No, Joan. No, you have to make it. It's a good name for chicken.
As in baseball, yes.
As in baseball.
Mm-hmm, of course. You see, people are shocked now, Joe.
But
I didn't say it.
But that's what I like about it.
See, people think I'm shocking. He's the one who's
No, but
shocking.
see, I think that's a great name because I
Yes,
think
all
you're
right.
kind of. I think you're
I'll
kind of
tell my
feisty
perfume
and
people, and
tough
I'll say,
cool.
I'm not tough.
No, but not tough. Tough
I'm
like
not
that. Tough. I mean, like.
Alexis is tough. I'm not tough.
Yeah, but you could throw a punch if you had to.
I couldn't, actually. Well, I could,
Oh, you
actually.
look like
Other than
you could.
working out.
Now, let me ask you something. If a guy gave you a hard time, you look like you could just go, get out of here and dick him.
Yeah, I might break my knuckles,
Ah.
especially on your chin.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, but see, I meant that in kind of a...
In a kind of a
Anyway.
good, yes. Well, I think there are other places that you can hit them that, you might succeed better.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
All right.
Bring me a fan and the smelling salts.
This is what we got to do to compete with the tabloid show.
Is that what would? Oh, gosh, yes, I wouldn't go one of those.
You're going back... Now, you go back to England how many times a year?
A lot, enough that I should get some free mileage.
You must.
No, well, I think that there are those things that you can do. I'm working on it. I go back a lot because my 3 children live there.
Right.
And even though they're not so young anymore, the youngest is 16, I miss them very much. And they're all of them are half American and half English. And so I'm going back to celebrate Thanksgiving with them.
Oh, that's
in
terrific.
London. Which, of course, nobody celebrates Thanksgiving
Well, they don't really
in
have
London because
Thanksgiving.
they don't know what it is. You go around sort of looking for turkey and some corn and candied yams. And I make my own candied yam sauce.
Are you a good cook? Are you...
I'm wonderful, but I can't work the ovens these days.
No?
They're too complicated. I like things that say on and off and hotter and less. I don't like things that have symbols, upside down sort of things.
Yeah.
Do you understand all those symbols?
No, actually, but I'm not a really
You're not
good
big in the
cook.
kitchen.
No.
Well, I'm not big in the kitchen, but when I am in the kitchen, I find that everybody's put everything in the wrong place, so I don't spend a lot of time in there.
No, you don't seem like the kitchen type. You make good spaghetti, though, right?
How do you know?
Well, I just know, I've heard you make good spaghetti.
I
Being
do make
Italian, this is the kind of things I have to know.
You are? Of course. Well, I make actually great spaghetti. You must
Really?
come over and have it.
Well, that
Spaghetti
sounds good.
bolognese. The fantastic sauce. I simmer it all day.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't have to be writing a book or working on Dynasty, but I do. I really
thought
do.
I saw some stains on the inside. No, I know you've got it. I know you've got it. I thank you for coming over. I know you're
Jay,
filming the
it's
show and you
great.
ran over to
I've got
do this, and I really appreciate it.
Bit of Dynasty.
Yeah, I know you have to get... Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this message.
Hey, good evening. How are you? It's good to see you. Hey, let's try this one, huh? You know what season we're into? We're into the Christmas season. Started September 4th, like a gun went off. Pa! Christmas season. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. We're going to get to see the checkout people trying to get the model of the stealth bomber through the price scanner. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to be hearing the old songs and some new songs. I'll give you an idea of what we're going to be hearing. We're probably hearing in the malls already this one. Bingle, the bingle, the bingle, the ho-ho. Bing Crosby, you know, it's that time of year again. We put a little log in the fire, a little pine cone in the pipe. Sit back and sing. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to. That's a standard. Another standard we'll hear is Johnny Mathis singing Sleigh Bells Ring, I listen to the rain, snow glistening, how beautiful sight, we're happy to hide, walking in the winter wonderland. Oh yeah, Elvis is back. Elvis is back, but it's still going to be a Blue Christmas frills. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue that you're just thinking about you. Decorations are by the Christmas happy. We'll have a blue Christmas. Thank you very much. Now we all know we read it.